The 6-minute walking test measures the distance that a patient can quickly walk on a flat, hard surface in a period of 6 minutes. This test provides a global evaluation of the patient's capacity to exercise in a familiar way, relevant to its daily activities. The 6-minute walking test should be performed in a flat, straight, at least 30 meters or 100 feet long hallway. The hallway should be quiet, seldom traveled, and should be marked on the floor or on the wall with colored tapes every 3 meters. A starting line which marks the beginning and the end of each 60-meter lap should be marked on the floor using colored tape. Your required equipment encompasses a working sheet on a clipboard, a countdown timer, a lap counter, 2 small cones to mark the turnaround points. The turnaround points should be 30 meters apart or 100 feet. A chair that can easily be moved along the walking course. For safety purposes, pulse oximeter, the automated defibrillator, and a Sphinx ganometer. In addition, you should have the instructions to be read to the patients and the booked scale available. The patient should have rested for at least 10 minutes before the test starts. The patient should use his or her usual walking aids during the test, like a cane or a walker, and should not have exercised within 2 hours of beginning of the walk test. At each study visit, you will perform the test at about the same time of the day to minimize intraday variability. For the patient preparation, important questions should be asked. Are you wearing comfortable shoes? Check that there is no contraindication to perform the test. It is mandatory that you say the text provided to you in the instructions. You should read the whole text to the patient at each 6-minute walking test. This is a non-encouraged test. Therefore, you should not talk to the patients during the test. You will probably go out of breath or coming exhausted. You are permitted to slow down, to stop and to rest as necessary. You may lean against the wall while resting, but resume walking as you are able to. You should turn briskly around the cones. Now I'm going to show you. Please watch the way I turn without hesitation. Turn briskly. Are you ready to do that? I'm going to use this counter to keep the track on the numbers of laps you complete. I will click it each time you turn around the starting line. Remember that the object is to walk as far as possible for 6 minutes, but don't run or jog. I will tell you when 2 minutes, 4 minutes have elapsed. Keep walking when I talk. Do you have any questions about this test?
No, it's everything clear.
Please explain what you are going to do.
Well, I have to walk as far as I can and turn around the cone.
Set the lap counter to 0 and the time to 6 minutes on the countdown timer and move the patients to the starting line. So, start now or wherever you are ready. When the patients start the timer. As this is a non-encouraged test, the tester should not by any means encourage or even have any eye contact with a patient during the test. You should not chat during the test, nor discuss with the patient. You should not get distracted and lose control of the lap count. Stand near the start line and watch the patient. Each time the patient returns to the start line, click on the lap counter or check the working sheet. You have 4 minutes to go. Oh, please. Sorry. Make sure that the hallway is free all the time during the test. You have 2 minutes to go. When the timer is 15 seconds from the completion, say this. In 15 seconds, I will tell you to stop. Then stay wherever you are, please. When the timer rings, say stop. Stop. And walk over to the patient. Calculate the total distance walked by the patient and write it on the worksheet. Have the patient rate her dyspnea and overall fatigue using the Borg scale. You should read the instructions provided to you. The maximum shortness of breath you had during the walk test. Okay? If there was no shortness of breath at all, you would point to 0. If the shortness of breath was not very great, you would choose from 0.5 to 2. If you were somewhat more short of breath, you would select 3. And if the breathing was getting very difficult, you would choose 4 to 9, depending on just how hard it was. 10 represents the greatest shortness of breath you have ever experienced in your life. Okay, I would like to ask you to show me how exhausted you are.
Well, I will say something like 4.
4.
Yes.
Okay. Are you all right?
Oh, it's okay.
Would you like to have a sip of water?
Oh, that will be very nice. Thank
Come
you.
with me.
Yeah.
I will show you. At the end of the test, the main result that you will get are the walking distance and a Borg dyspnea score. It seems very easy, but it's not. To ensure reproducible results across different centers, you should need to follow standard procedures to minimize variability.